And the NDC has said the Supreme Court sentence giving the two panelists and presenter in the Montie saga is harsh. A statement signed by the party's chairman, Kofi Portofi, said they were unhappy with the ruling. Now let's go on the phone line and speak with Kofi Adams. He's a national organizer of the NDC. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Good afternoon, Wendy, and thanks for the opportunity.
All right, then. Now, your party has come up with a statement regarding the ruling. And what do you intend to do about this? Are you intending to take any action regarding this ruling?
We have made it clear through our statements that we respect the verdict, because that is what we are supposed to do. But we completely disagree with the way and manner it works, and then the severity and the harshness of the punishment. And we condemn so. We also think that the justices, especially in their judgment, made pronouncements that we thought were most inappropriate. That have been coming from the justices of the Supreme Court. We think that it's an attack on free speech. It's an attack on rights to speak and express yourself. We are surprised that the same Supreme Court that not too long ago, less than 3 months, have injuncted National Media Commission from exercising its constitutional right to even regulate content, because they claim that that will affect freedom of expression, will now be acting sin of management and frequency owners of a radio station. We think that the court sometimes give judgments and seems to forget the judgments they have delivered, and then turn around to give us other judgments that is very difficult to understand. How we can hold the management directors and frequency owners of a station for allegedly contemptuous statements made by panelists is only God that will wait for to tell us. In any case, these three persons who have been sentenced to custodial sentences of 4 months, indeed are first-time offenders. They have never had any brush with the law. They indicated clearly, apologized when their attention was drawn that the comments they made were contemptuous of court. We are surprised that they still be visited with such a heavy, harsh punishment that is intended sometimes to stifle free speech. We are against it and we condemn it in its outright form.
Now, 2 questions here for you. Are there lessons that can be picked from what happened yesterday? And aside that, we're in a political year, and there's several school of thought and concerns that have come up that if such measures are not taken, this could degenerate and even affect our elections at large. What do you make of this?
I cannot agree with Dr. Kennedy, former presidential aspirant of the New Patriotic Party, that the court rather has subjected itself to public opprobrium and repute by what it has done. The comments of the three on Montie FM did not do as much damage as the court itself has done unto itself. And if this is what they think that they want to do to be able to control excesses, then they are absolutely wrong. If this is what they also want to do in order to hold the image and reputation of the court high, I don't think that this judgment has done that. It has rather done the opposite. And on this occasion, I agree perfectly with Dr. Kobna Atta-Kennedy, the former MPP presidential candidate aspirant in 2007. He is very right, he is apt. Professor Kwekwasare's concern that his travesty of justice is also something that I associate myself with. And he has even moved further to call on the president to invoke Article 72, which guarantees the president to be able to do so when the citizens feel that the court especially has failed to be fair and just in their trial process and in their sentencing.
Now, wouldn't this in any way, calling on the president, undermine the authority of the judiciary, looking at the critical role they play in our country? And aside that, statements were made that because we are in election year, this should serve as a lesson to others, especially on media platforms.
It has not. These same courts, somebody pick a gun to a church allegedly targeting the president, number one citizen of this country. They free the person that there was not enough evidence and that he may not be normal. How on earth will someone holding a loaded gun be free, and someone just using his mouth to talk will be an enemy, will have the capacity to infect? I just don't understand.
If I can cut in that, we've seen some examples in Rwanda, but as political parties, for example, you represent a political party, what lessons can be picked from what happened?
We have seen examples of a president being shot in America. Why didn't that inform the judges in their action when that person was arrested and sent to court? Why didn't that inform them? Why should Rwanda inform them when it comes to them? And then American president that was shot would not inform them when it comes to another person. Lessons are there to be learned, but all must learn, including the justices, that on this occasion, Ghanaians are saying they have been too excess in their sentencing. It is harsh, and we feel that if the desire is to stifle free speech, I think they have erred, they have failed.
Right, well,
that's not going to happen.
Thank you very much for your time. I have been speaking with Kofi Adams. He's a national organizer of the NDC.